How often to apply for credit cards? What's up guys, it's Gilberto from Credit Guys, keeping you up to date on all things credit and finance related. Be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with all of our latest content and information. Every so often, credit card issuers publish alluring offers. With so many tempting sign-up incentives, it could be challenging to resist submitting an application for each one. If you're considering getting a new credit card, you might want to decide whether to do it now or wait a little while. After all, applying for a credit card can affect your credit score, and there might be other factors to consider. How long you must wait between credit card applications isn't something that can be determined with absolute certainty. In general, waiting 90 days is a decent general principle. So let's find out how long you should wait between credit card applications and what you need to think about before applying for your next credit card to get the most of your credit card advantages in this video. First of all, what happens to your credit score when you apply for a credit card? Your credit score may be impacted in a number of ways when you apply for a new credit card. For instance, credit utilization. The amount of credit you are using is expressed as a percentage and compared to the total amount of credit that has been given to you. Your overall credit limit rises when you get a new credit card. Your credit utilization ratio will decrease and your new credit score will rise, presuming everything else stays the same. Negative effects on credit. Applying for numerous credit cards in a short amount of time will lower your credit score because everything deemed new credit accounts for 10% of your credit score. The average age of your credit history will decrease after you acquire the card. A hard inquiry. Your credit score might decrease by up to 5 points for each hard inquiry. Although hard inquiries can remain on your credit for up to 2 years, they only have a 12-month effect on your credit score. So, how frequently should one apply for new credit cards? There's no set rule for how frequently you should apply for new credit cards. But just because you've been without one for longer than 6 months doesn't mean you have to. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, advises consumers to only apply for new credit when they are truly in need of it. How long you should hold off on requesting a new credit card? Generally speaking, you should give yourself 6 months between credit card applications. If you must, you can shorten the period to 90 days. Yet, you might not be qualified for cards from the same credit card issuer, and your likelihood of being accepted will suffer as a result of your repeated applications. This limitation of 90 days to 6 months is only a suggestion and not a firm regulation. In theory, you are free to apply for as many credit cards as you choose. You won't likely be granted approval for such cards though. And to make matters worse, you'll harm your credit rating in the process. The ideal number of credit cards to have is, well, there isn't a universal answer to that query, because every person's circumstances are unique. To benefit from the ease, security, and other advantages of having at least one credit card, a compelling case can be made. Call the companies that issue your credit cards before applying for new credit. There are very few things that creditors would like to add to their services that they wouldn't offer to existing clients, which is another factor to take into account, particularly on the low interest credit card. You may therefore plan and monitor your account online even with your old cards. If the lender provides an internet tool for monitoring credit scores, they have undoubtedly made it available to you. Always do card comparison to select the best card for you. The CFPB advises comparing cards before applying. You might think about looking at things like APR, costs, prices, and other things to help you select the best credit card. Some banks have a comparison tool for credit cards that allow you to search by credit requirements, reward categories, and other criteria. Before you begin, make sure to examine your credit. Additionally, I advise spending some time reviewing your credit reports to see what they have to say before even applying. Even if you have a clean credit history with no unpaid bills or other issues, there's always a potential that something in your credit report could lower your credit score. How long does it take to evaluate a credit card application? Your request for a new credit card could be reviewed right away and granted in a matter of minutes. Or it could take longer if an expert has to take a deeper look. You should expect a reply via mail in 7 to 10 days. However, each issuer will vary. What to do when your credit card application is denied? Your natural inclination might be to apply for additional cards right away, but doing so could reduce your chances of being accepted. Instead, think about giving the card provider a call to find out the reason for your application's denial. You might discover something you can change, like a mistake on your credit record or a longer streak of on-time paying bills. If at all possible, you can call the issuer's reconsideration line to contest the choice. The number might be printed on your denial letter. If you are rejected because of bad credit, you may need to restore your credit or fix mistakes on your credit report. What number of credit cards can you apply for simultaneously? Each credit card provider has a different limit on how many credit cards you can apply for at once. Every bank has unique regulations. These guidelines are given publicly in some instances, while the credit card churning community contributed to the creation of others. Amount of cards, considering timing if you want to apply for a new card, you might need to close another one first, as certain card issuers have limits on the number of cards you can carry from the provider. Additionally, you wouldn't want to submit many applications to the same issuer at once. Reasons why you should delay applying. While purchasing a home, avoid opening a new credit card account between the time you apply for a mortgage and the time your loan is paid off, because doing so could harm your credit rating and result in higher mortgage interest rates. Your mortgage application may become more difficult as a result of applying for a new card, leading to a higher interest rate, poorer terms, or even rejection. While increasing credit, before requesting new credit lines, work on maintaining a history of timely payments and paying off your debts if you want to enhance your credit. Concentrate on improving your score right away so you can pick and choose which offers you want to once it's higher. If the welcome offer is less over the course of the year, welcome bonuses frequently change. Search card blogs before submitting an application to discover what the best offer has been. Hold out if the current offer is significantly less. So, how often should you submit a credit card application? Well, it varies. Because each person's credit history is unique, it won't have the same effect on your credit score as it would have on someone else's. It's difficult to comprehend the specific of each bank's credit card limitations. As you can see, each bank has its own set of guidelines and deadlines to adhere to. The more credit you have though, the easier it will be for you to get around some of these limitations. Overall, a center strategy that balances threats and the benefits of applying for and receiving new travel credit cards is to wait at least 3 months among credit card applications. So, did you find today's video helpful? Let me know in the comments. With that being said, it's time for us to say goodbye. But don't be sad, as we will be back with another amazing video soon. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell icon button so that you don't miss any update from my channel. See you all soon. Thanks for watching.